And so, on November 11th, 2014, for the first time ever, you can play the entire Master Chief Saga on a single console, the Xbox One, with Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
Halo, the Master Chief Collection was supposed to be one of the best collections in gaming, featuring an incredible suite of one of the most influential series in video game history. Unfortunately, at launch, the game was fundamentally broken, more particularly the online modes, which were near unplayable. It took 343 Industries 4 years to finally get the Master Chief Collection to work as it should. But is it a little too late? Are you someone who had been burned by the initial failure at launch of the Master Chief Collection and have never bothered going back to revisit it? Well, if you are missing out. In this video, I discuss why this package now delivers what it was supposed to all those years ago, and how it goes toe-to-toe with modern first-person shooters of today. The collection gives players access to 5 Halo games, 6 if you count Halo 3 ODST separately. 2 of these games, Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2, have had complete visual and audio remakes done via their anniversary editions and should not be confused for just mere remasters. Both games give players options to toggle between the classic visuals and the newer ones. Just take a look at how transformative the differences are between the original and modern, and yet the modern aesthetic maintains the spirit of the originals. This is no minor feat. Halo 2 Anniversary goes even further by adding completely redone CGI cutscenes from the incredibly talented Blur Studio.
Possibly make any more noise? I guess.
Halo 3 may have not have had an anniversary edition, but it doesn't need it. The game looks absolutely stunning even today, running up to 120 frames per second in campaign and multiplayer at a resolution of up to 4K. Despite having released almost 14 years ago, the art style still holds its own even today. Even though this is called the Master Chief Collection, Halo Reach and Halo ODST, which don't feature the legendary Spartan, are also included in the package, boasting the same resolution and frame rate upgrades as Halo 3. Halo 4 was perhaps the best looking game on the Xbox 360, and going back to play it recently, I couldn't believe this is a game that came out over 8 years ago. Halo 4's campaign changed things up in a positive way by adding more depth to Master Chief and his relationship with Cortana, with Blur Studios, creating incredible CGI story cutscenes. The forerunner world of Requiem, brilliantly realized both on the outside and inside its strange alien structures, was a sight to behold. Each game's campaign can be played cooperatively, some games allowing up to 4-player co-op. The campaign's content alone represents a ridiculous amount of content for players, but then there's another crucial element of the Halo experience, and that is its multiplayer. This is the part that 343 got woefully wrong at launch, but the problems of old have now been completely alleviated. If anything, 343 have gone above and beyond the Call of Duty here with what they have done with the multiplayer options for Halo the Master Chief Collection. For years, PC players have been asking for the Halo games to appear on PC, and now that has finally happened. To add to that, the game features crossplay, allowing PC and Xbox gamers to play together or against each other. There have also been other fundamental changes, such as the game running at 120 frames on PC and Xbox Series X. This is a near transformative experience for the game. The multiplayer loop is still as addictive as it was before and can make many modern shooters look deficient in comparison. All Halo games are teeming with an abundance of multiplayer modes as well as the Forge map creator. One big addition for me and all those outside the US is the addition of the desperately needed region filter. For years, us Brits in particular have suffered a massive competitive disadvantage as far as connectivity was concerned, as US player connections were more favourable. But now, with region filters allowing servers to be set in Europe, games are far more balanced with less issues with lag. The game continues to get several quality of life updates to this very day. If that wasn't enough, players also get the firefight modes for Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST. The sheer amount of content in this package is frankly astounding, and you will be very hard pressed to argue otherwise. .343 have finally done it. Halo the Master Chief Collection is now the definitive experience of one of the most influential gaming series of all time.
Double kill. Triple kill. Overkill.
Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.